I just know that, like, I gotta put sling spells that away.
Exactly. Yep. Hello, everyone.
Hello!
Hi. We're here finally.
We've been trapped here for 5 months. None of us have left.
Hope you've enjoyed yourselves.
Anyway, goodbye. They're going back to the Shadow Realm.
5-month wellness check.
Yes, we are still alive. Here's today's newspaper.
All right, so last time, I'm going to give you the absolute Cliff Notes version because Lord knows I don't remember. Shit happens. They ended up at Oren's home. Everything's on fire.
Things bad.
But as far as you can tell, no casualties. It's just a lot of fire and a lot of fear.
So, typical day for...
Sure. They made their way into Vreocti's home, into the little cottage that it is. They went through another door, and now they are at basically the Iron Chef Coliseum.
Then I talked back and forth with David, the guy who can only make toast. Except for French toast. He did that once. That was amazing.
Powdered toast man.
Back and forth. We're both kind of yelling about our various philosophical differences.
Continue on.
And then I tried to use inflict wounds because,
As one does.
Oren is a little bit pissed off, and he, stopped my spoon with, what was it, a fork?
I think it was butter knife.
A butter knife, okay. So now we ended with crossing the spoon of Rockty and a butter knife
Of temperance.
Of someone.
of Temperance. If I remember right, you said the other old lady, who I'm guessing is Temperance, was looking kind of sickly.
Yes.
Fragile, yes. Fragile, looks sickly. Alright. So, that's where we ended up. I'm going to go ahead and hit this combat. There we go.
Are we muted?
It was, but nothing was missed at this point.
I attacked, did no damage. Now, Oren's going to attack. Hopefully do more damage.
5, 10. And let's do a shatter right here to get both of these guys in. And I believe I get a... sorry, everyone. It's been too long.
It has been a while.
Do I have 3rd level spells?
We're only 5th level. So no.
No. Okay, and then shatter is a
Second
level spell.
Kitten's got some zooms.
Okay, so I'm gonna shatter, and they have to make saves. What kind of save is it?
It's either Dex or Constitution.
Constitution saving throw or take 3d8 points of damage or half on a successful. If they're made out of stone, crystal, or metal, they have disadvantage.
Okay.
A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage. So that table will probably have to take it, so will the other table.
Yeah, that's not a problem. The bread fails. David
DC 16.
fails.
Table.
Shatters.
Dear God, you just actually broke it. Okay. Real life consequences.
More.
I was saying,
Yeah,
he's three
those-
different of those, it looks like.
So that is
The tables were literally nothing.
19
That's kind of awesome.
points of damage.
How much?
19
Nice.
To the tables?
to everything.
Yeah, you show that bread news.
I could go into detail, but Oren is now just going on a religious experience and is a little bit...
How does the shatter...
The shatter goes off. Shrapnel from the tables is more what deals the damage, just for RP's sake.
That's fair.
Is more what deals the damage to David. You see lots of chunks sticking out of the bread.
But yeah, he's now talking about the glory of Rocky and how Rocky is going to be the end of everything. I'm not going to go into it because I'll derail things way too often, but just assume that he is going full cultist here.
RJ.
I'm gonna use a perception check to see if I can find any like pots of water around me. Basically, what I'm gonna try and do is soak these bread mimics with water and see if they'll lower their AC.
Okay, not an unwise decision. It's quite inventive.
That is gonna be what is perception?
Actually-
a 16. Is there any pots of water near me?
Little, not like pots of water. It's just like, here's a small handle of it kind of thing.
I mean, this is like a teaching kitchen, yeah?
It's Iron Chef.
Yeah, okay.
So I forgot Warlocks. I actually do cast it as a 3rd level spell, so I get another d8.
Okay,
For damage.
So that's an additional 6 points of damage.
sounds good.
So what, was that 25 damage total?
Yeah.
Nice.
Does anybody have enlarge spell by chance?
I have one more
I
spell
have
slot.
no spells.
I'll take that as a
I'm
no.
a fighter, not a lover.
I'll take that as a no and
Wanna
put that on the
cast
back burner. I'm just gonna cast spells then.
Don't call me oil because I'm not a caster.
Okay.
Did we rest before we came to this fight? Did we have spells?
Yes, we should.
Oh, okay.
This is the first
I was about to
fight.
say,
of
it's
the
like I had
day.
like 3 spell slots left.
I still had mine showing I was missing a couple spell slots.
Well,
I
I
don't remember
took damage
exactly why,
I
but
took damage before the session even started, so
Well, that's because you made a pun.
yeah.
And
But-
you just made another one. I figured that one bit of damage would actually like count as for
Yeah.
a couple puns.
Before this, we came on a boat.
Yeah, that was a lot.
We
So
you should have
Yeah,
everything back,
paid it in
right?
advance.
Oh yeah, because I knew you'd say more. I'm sorry.
We should have. This is the first fight of the day. We got here on a boat, and then
Yeah, because you took a rest before you
That's
teleported.
so unless you use something to like locate something, you should.
I
have
don't
everything.
remember.
You should be
But-
full, except for Oren, who's down 1 inflict wounds or whatever it was, and now a shatter.
The
Got
inflict
it.
wounds was just one of the daily things I get for a
Sure,
feat.
you're down that.
Sorry, I'm currently
Punishing puns seems legal. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does it a lot.
RJ, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians, which is a 3rd level concentration with an attack and save of Wisdom 15 rolls.
Okay.
It is a 15 feet on self orb. I can designate other people to not be affected by it, so obviously I'm going to pick the allies. If there's anybody in there, they have to make a save of 15 wisdom or take 3d8 radiant damage.
Where are you casting this?
This is a self spell. So I'm guessing that bread mimics within 15 feet.
I'd say so.
Yeah, but also
Yes.
No, you were designated as safe.
Yeah, you don't get it.
You're good.
So
Well, that's why I was asking.
The bread
Would
mimic is
I
within
be-
their range.
is
Yes.
it
I'm out of
something
range.
well,
to
this
do with
is an area of effect on me. So
Is this Spirit Guardians?
yes,
What do your Spirit Guardians look like again?
they're gonna be armored angelics with shields and the gauntlet with an eye on it.
You summon those guardians with that image in mind. They come out. Their wings aren't what you'd expect. They actually look more like black fog with that int in flames.
That's interesting.
But their faces are still covered. Eyes are also flames.
Is
And
this
not sacred flame. Flame.
flame? Oh, that's what I was just about to say. I'm like, I gotta do some insight on that later.
Those spirits are fire.
So that bread mimics got to make a wisdom saving throw of 15 or take 3d8 damage.
Okay. They fail.
Okay, 3d8 damage.
I was gonna say they're
Do you
probably
know-
not.
I'll just read
It's
one.
bread. I've never met wise bread. I've met bread that's very tough,
All right,
but not wise.
so it is going to take 11 damage.
Okay.
Fortune cookies?
There
Is
are
that
exceptions. That's more a cookie. I'd say that's more of a cookie than bread.
It's a bread.
It is a type of carb.
It's a grain.
It is a type of grain. Okay,
And,
so
then bonus action, I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon.
so you summon your spiritual guardians, and they automatically see the bread as a threat. They pull out their swords and take a couple strikes. The sword strikes do make contact, and you do see it like split open.
Okay, and then summoning that spiritual weapon and just another
And how much
gauntlet.
damage did you deal again?
That was 11 damage. And I believe if they stay in that radius on my next turn, they get hit again.
Correct.
Yes. And then when I cast that spiritual weapon, I guess it already makes an attack with it.
You
Yes,
can't.
wait.
Those are 2-leveled spells.
Oh yeah, shit, you're right.
Yeah,
so
sure. You
spiritual weapon.
cannot do spiritual
Yeah,
weapon.
it's
You
been a minute. Yep. So that doesn't happen.
And there is no bonus
just
level
no bonus
cantrip
action
that you can do.
cantrips.
I think those are both concentration spells too, aren't they?
Yes,
yeah,
they are.
they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon is a concentration, I believe.
No, actually,
Okay.
Not-
no.
Well,
it's
either way, it's not like
Either
you
way,
can
yeah,
cast it.
they're leveled
Yeah, yeah.
spells.
All right. Anything else,
Thank you for
RJ?
I'm just gonna go ahead and move center, and try to get as many bread loaves in my area of effect as possible.
Okay.
5, 10,
As you
15,
move out of
20.
its range, it's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, it's got a large reach.
Yes.
About there.
So you're saying right about here?
Yeah,
All right. Does an 18 hit?
meets.
Meets. Okay. You will take an amount of damage. You will take 8 slashing damage as one of its tendrils, bready tendrils, reaches out and strikes you whip-like.
Dang, it made 16 damage.
No, it dealt 8 damage.
Yeah, but its meat is half, right?
Oh yeah, so 4. No, then I forgot to cut it in half. That's it. So 4 damage.
The 16 was double.
Yeah, that's why.
I think he assumed that I was cutting it in half already, and I did not. I did not.
I was like, dang.
That is half.
All right. Does the other bread loaf get in that 15 radius by chance?
5, 10, 15?
Sure.
That
So
one I think
it's
so.
got-
I don't think that one.
It's got to make a save.
Actually.
Hold on. So you are right here.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. Right here would put you to hit both.
And this guy.
Yes.
Screw it, we'll do it.
Okay.
So they
So-
all got to make 15 wisdom saving throw
Okay.
or take 3d8.
That bread loaf fails. That bread loaf succeeds. David fails.
Alrighty. So that is 9 damage.
David goes down before all the bread.
This is why I had this bread summoned first.
Take
There is that concern with this group.
I don't know who might be able to do a lot of single target damage, all at once.
And he's definitely going to hit probably, because he's going to have that charge.
You got it up there? Should I fight bread?
Fight bread.
Well, I'm trying. And
I mean, this seems like a personal thing for you, so I don't want to horn in on your moment.
Orin is
Lily, you're up.
legitimately, yelling about the glory of Rocky.
He's culting out. I'm just gonna
And-
hit bread.
Logan just needs to put a headset on,
He can't hear you.
and then he needs to rant for 3 hours. You need to filibuster.
I thought
That is what he's doing.
we already had that.
Extended content on Patreon. I'm just kidding.
Set up. Not for Orin to speak, but didn't we have a thing where you could talk to all of us?
That was
that
the
was-
psychic rogue character from
that's Vunk.
3 years
Yeah, that
ago.
was Vunk. I have telepathy,
Maybe
but
that's
I
what it
can
was.
choose to do that. And
Maybe
right
you can only
now,
send so many words or something like that.
that's sending. I can do that too.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
You are. But, Lily, what are you doing?
But that's
First,
also one way.
use my bonus action to slice my hand to activate my blood magic. And I'm going to do marking blood magic on him. And he now has vulnerability to fire. Or 1 stage of vulnerability to fire damage.
Okay. I'm just going to say it's Hunter's Mark, even though it's not.
Fair enough. Okay, and then I cast Scorching Ray, in which I have to make a D20 it's spell attack roll against these 2 breads, and then homie face guy.
One ray per.
Yes, yeah, sorry. 17 plus.
Okay, the first bread is hit.
Okay, yep.
Second bread,
13 plus 6.
that will hit. David,
11 plus 6.
hits.
Sorry, it was bothering.
Okay, you are fine. And then that does
2d6 per ray.
That's okay.
Alright, so first bread takes.
That's 1 and 3.
4 plus. Does it get my?
No, we do not.
don't know if anyone-
I'll roll for him real quick. Got it. He rolled shit anyway, but still goes before you.
And Lord.
So the first bread takes 4.
Okay.
The second bread takes also 4. And then what's his bucket?
David.
Takes 10,
Times
but he
2.
has vulnerability, so 20.
So if you'd done all of those at him,
It would have been that much more
It
damage.
would have been a shitload of damage.
Oh yeah, no, that would have been. Yeah, you're right.
You do see the fire blast you fire at the bread does scorch it and seems to cook it even further.
oh no, you're turning into toast. Its final form.
Yeah, but that could also make it.
Oh my god, if that's actually what this was,
But-
you turn them all the way into toast so they become stronger,
There you
would be
go, though.
hilarious.
But I would think that if they.
I mean, right now you're slicing bread over here.
But I'm saying if they become toast, they become more brittle, so they would be weaker.
Yeah, but he's the toast
My phone went
wizard.
dark. God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, my battery's dying even further on that. Don't worry about it. Just turn off the camera. I'll fix it later. No one needs to see me anyway.
What?
My camera died.
Oh,
Where's the...
The battery just died is all.
Yeah, the back.
Okay. So, Lily, are you gonna do anything else?
that's all I can do. Well, I can move, but I don't want to move, I guess.
You could move farther away from everything.
I mean, not much farther before I just leave the room.
Sometimes.
So he said that this is,
Riala.
and that's Vrokti.
Correct.
I guess I'll try and move closer to her. So we'll do, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. The bread will take an attack of opportunity against you.
Again.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, no, you're right. Thank you for calling me out on that. That one has not come back to its turn yet. Okay.
I mean, it's fine if
That's
they
it.
have multiple reactions.
No, you get me honest there. All right, my go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He just looks at
David,
me.
David,
smiles me.
David, looking you in the eyes, has a look of fear in their eyes, but that's just how they've always looked. Very apprehensive, very anxious. He is going to raise his hand, both of his hands, one at Lily, one at you. And he's going to say, I'm just trying to help. And he's going to cast Eldritch Blast at each of you. That is a 22 hit against you.
I think maybe that hits. Might. I don't know.
And that is a natural 20 against Natalie.
Okay, hold on. I want to see if I can use this to stop that.
Okay.
When an enemy casts a spell within 60 feet that requires a spell attack roll, I can use my reaction to rend it from the air, imposing disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Or if I take twice the amount of damage, then I can make a Constitution check to cause it to miss automatically. I think I'll just take the 2 damage and give it disadvantage.
So that's it's a cantrip.
It's still a spell.
It just says
No, it is still a spell. I'm not arguing that.
it just says
I'm trying to
opposed
think of like the actual damage you should take here, because technically cantrip is 0.
Could be 1.
Want to save?
Well, if it's because he's already cast the raise, but if it's doubled, we're talking about 20 damage.
Potentially. Like if I roll max.
Yeah. I think I can take 2 damage to save myself from that.
Okay.
Plus, this is the only
I was
opportunity.
more trying to figure out how to make it work because the cantrip is 0. We'll just say it's 2. So that will negate the entire spell. You attempt to blast out, and you see the blood mark you put on him kind of reach out and snuff it out.
Uh-oh.
It just did a little finger lick and.
He has even more of like a panicked look on his face now, because I don't think he's run into this before.
You're not trying to help. You're trying to help yourself fit in by making everyone the same. Doesn't work that way.
It is now the bread's turn.
The bread by Trinick.
Yes.
The gold bread.
Hey, Trinick.
If
If the bread's
Rocky
got
will
beef with you, is it a
consume
sandwich?
everything, including your goddess, and we will become unlimited in everything before the
We're gonna
end.
roast some beef.
I may have to kill Oren after this fight.
Oh no, I fully expect you to need to make.
All right. So from
An insight check
from the
on him.
wounds.
Little tiny
Oh
breads.
my god, that's amazing!
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yes! I love it!
Tiny bread
love
loaf.
They're little
here.
croutons.
Yes.
Why do I want to keep
I love it.
Certainly rose to the occasion on that one.
All right. The big bread's going to attack Trinick.
I get that one.
First attack. That
At least
is
you're making good
18.
puns.
18 against Trinick.
18 meets. Right. Yeah, it actually makes. I've
Okay.
got 18 AC while dueling.
Perfect. And second attack will miss.
Hey, let's do it
Um,
a grain. Ah!
You will take
Do we need to kill
11
two people
points of
this game?
slashing damage.
Slap, 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 slap.
And that is not because of the pun. He just rolled really well. The 2 loaves of bread, tiny loaves of bread, the 2 croutons, are going to attack Brody. So, first crouton. Fuck, his AC was like 17.
It was higher than mine. Barely.
I'm
So I
below
think
50%.
17.
I think
I
that's
think?
about accurate.
I could call him.
No, don't worry about it. The first attack misses. The second crouton hit misses as well. Perfect. Next up is Brody, in fact.
Brody's probably going to Eldritch Blast.
Is
Very
there
much so.
someone-
He's also got Hex, Armor of Agathis, Blur, and Branding Smite.
Okay.
Because we asked him that last time.
Okay.
What spells he had.
He might have cast Armor of Agathis just for extra HP to tank some of this.
Mayhaps.
But I'm not the one in control.
He's going to raise both of his hands. One sword, his Kopesh out at one Crouton, his hand at the other Crouton, and he's going to Eldritch Blast them both.
Oh no, tiny bread.
First one, the first Crouton is hit. The second Crouton is also hit. 10 damage is dealt to one Crouton. The other Crouton, 8 damage is dealt. This one's dead. Broken apart.
Does it just like crumble?
It's more like if you, like a sourdough, it just like rips. It just rips too much.
That's funny.
And just gets crumbs everywhere.
Gross.
Luckily, it was force, so it.
So you smashed it.
Not so much. That'd be bludgeoning. Anyway, Brody, that was Brody's turn. It is now Zagat's turn.
Yay!
3 hours later.
Are these ovens on?
The ovens are on.
Hey, Zagat.
Yes.
I think Orin's saying something that could be.
Oh, I hear it. We're gonna deal with the bread.
It's a little concerning.
Lesser of two evils. Lesser of two evils.
All
Active
gods will
threat.
be devoured.
Okay, maybe
Every
not.
Okay,
universe
now
and
we started
This is a
star.
little more concerning.
All right.
Can you not
wait.
want bread?
We're gonna
I'm pretty sure
have
by
sit
the
down.
end of this
Start with the short ones. Work your way up.
I'm pretty
Intervention.
sure.
These they're on, and presumably they came out of them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I have a similar idea to what you might
Can I?
be working on.
I want to
Oh,
trade
does it?
my attack to
pretty
try
sure
a
they're
shove
gonna make
attack
an
to try and
insight check
shove
on
it back into the
to see
oven.
what
Okay.
he's like.
Go back to where you came. The oven.
Cast him back into the fires of hell.
What is
I
that?
cast
Is it
oven.
athletics to do that, or is it an attack roll to do that?
I believe athletics.
Athletics. Okay, that's going to be a 17.
Okay.
If the bread passes, I swear.
I mean, it's thick bread.
Dummy thick?
Yes. I mean, look at them cheeks.
So it's a
It
cake.
succeeds.
So it's
You
a
push
split
it.
loaf.
It's got a lot of cake.
It's got a lot of cake in it.
Nope.
Oh,
that's
they're coming
the
for
pun,
us.
please.
I would say because you pushed it and it like kind of bounces up against it. Nothing really happens beyond that, but its ass is like right up against the flames.
No, the cake.
Great.
What I can say your best bet would be, and I think this is something that might go through Zagat's head more than right now, is grappling and pushing rather than pushing. And let's have it.
So go for a grapple and then push it in instead of a shove. Okay.
Yes, I think that's more Zagat's.
I've got 2 attacks, so the shove just takes the first attack
Sure.
action. So can I just grapple him with the second one?
Sure.
Are these tables or benches?
Tables.
Okay. How heavy are they?
That's gonna
You don't know.
be
You have
21.
lifted them.
Contested
Talk about like
athletics.
would have laid David out on one of them, climbed the turnbuckle
That
in.
was cocked.
No, I was thinking
I failed.
more.
Okay, so he is grappled,
Yep.
and I've got his butt in there, and I only took 5, 10, 15, I think, to get to right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I still got 15 foot of movement, but I can only move half movement. So I'm just going to push him 5 feet into there.
Okay. For all intents and purposes,
His
you're
buns are
essentially
burning.
you're trying to shove a dummy
you know,
thick
like-
ass into skinny jeans.
Oh.
That's what's trying to happen. right
I'm
now.
more imagining, like, you know when the trash can just has, like, a bunch of, like, airy stuff, and you just have to, like, cram it in? That's what he's like. He's just like, get back in there.
Yeah. So you can actually see like the bread like pluming out a little bit, but you're pushing it in there, and as far as you can tell, its ass is in the flame.
Its
You
buns
guess?
are burning.
Hey!
We are all going to die.
I got it.
Pun damage.
I haven't taken any.
But that was a
pun
good pun.
I haven't taken any pun damage yet.
Have you not realized yet you're the only one
You're
that
the-
takes pun damage?
I've
Weird.
I've been very liberal with puns today. So.
All right. So Zagat, that is your turn. It's now another bread's turn. This one's turn.
I'm ready for it.
Oh god damn it.
Back from whence he came.
All right. It's gonna move up to you. First attack will miss.
If it starts its turn in his spirit guardian's range, they take damage.
Sure. Go ahead and roll for your damage.
13.
Okay. It is still up. Your spirit guardians do slice into it. Excuse me. It missed its first attack. It crit on its second. You'll take 18 points of slashing damage.
18?
18.
That's a concentration check, too.
Yes, it is.
Yep, and the DC is 9.
Good luck, buddy. I think it's going to...
So I get advantage,
I get
but it's
advantage
plus
next
3.
Is it because of Warcaster?
Yes.
Perfect.
Still something I can do well.
Well, that's 16 on the first one.
Okay, perfect.
So.
Then you're good.
You might get a natural 20. Who knows what...
Oh, yes, I focus harder.
All right, so that is that bread's turn. Now it's the bread against Zagat.
Yes! Face me, bread!
You can
I fear not your gluten!
you can see from behind it, it's like getting darker and moving towards you, as if it's toasting
Got it.
heavily. It is still a grapple check right now.
Okay.
So it's not going to try and break the grapple. It's
Okay.
just going to attack you with disadvantage.
Got it. Slap.
All right, first attack will miss. Second attack will miss. So it's kind of just slapping at you with bread. You don't even know you're being hit, really.
Ah, breadticles! No!
It's called noodles.
You can slap this mineral with
It is noodles, yeah.
A bread tentacle is
Of
just
course
a
it's
noodle.
Yeah. Noodles.
Alrighty. That will bring us back to the top of the initiative order.
Oh, that's amazing.
Only true
With
villains put spaghetti in
Trenick.
bread.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna keep on slashing at this this bread in front of me.
How many croutons can he make out of it?
Yes, that's the thing. I'm
pretty big bread.
wondering, though,
It is.
If I keep
It's magic
cutting
bread.
off parts. If it's
So this one's a
So
foot
the
long
answer
and the
is
croutons
yes,
are-
as many as he has.
As many as I need.
Is it a club? Or like maybe
We
a
can make a
mace?
club.
No,
with
I'm
it.
using a rapier.
I don't think you have.
Wait, piercing? That's piercing, not slashing.
Yeah, it's piercing.
Yeah.
You're poking holes in it to make it more stale.
Yes, but I'm slashing at it.
So would piercing cause more bread monsters?
Probably not as much as slashing. Right? Because if you cut pieces off with slashing, right?
Back.
Yep. I just had to replace the battery. Or at least now it'll work.
Well, I rolled 16 twice, so
That will hit.
okay. So it's 12 and 7, 19 damage to the big bread.
Okay, you deal an amount of damage to the bread.
You said it hits, not meets, right?
I think I said it meets.
I'm guessing these things are probably resistant to non-magical damage.
Probably. Doesn't sound like I'm doing a whole lot. Which I kind of expected because these things are like slimes or like, you know what I mean? Like they're not.
It's like slime, but bread.
That's okay. Orin believes in you and
You're
all
fine.
of
I
his
just
friends.
gotta get way up in your personal space.
It's okay.
There we go.
The nicest guy who believes in the annihilation of everything.
It's like the opposite of me, but I believe in the annihilation of everything.
Hi, Katie.
All right, Kalik is definitely embracing the spirit of this game
Because he's a loaf.
because he is a loaf.
He is in full loaf mode.
Was there an extra spot on the essential cord by chance?
You will have to use a different spot.
Wall out. I will find one.
There's an outlet around by the couch.
Yeah.
Oh, can I have one of those?
All right, Tronic. So that was all you were doing. You dealt an amount of damage to that bread.
I rolled 19 damage, but if it took all of that 19, it's probably...
To be fair, 19 is an amount.
Yes. All right. Next up is Orin. You're currently in a slap fight with David.
Let's see if Witch Bolt does anything.
Oh
to
my
him.
god, it's better. Oh my god, it's better. Oh my god, it's better.
Does a 20?
Isn't Witch Bolt
3.
concentration?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not concentration. I thought it was a Constitution off the bat.
No.
Hey, 22 something hits.
Nope. It make a ranged spell attack.
Okay, yeah, you
It
hit.
does 3d12 damage every round. So
What level
it's
are you casting it at?
I'm a warlock. I cast everything at my highest.
Okay.
I'm out of spell slots though. I get 2 spells.
Okay.
So essentially, out of the blacks,
And then you need a sandwich and a nap.
pretty much. So essentially, out of
Okay.
his black shadow armor, little mouths open and lightning pour out. Oh! Oh! 24 points of damage this turn.
Very well.
I wish I knew silence.
Embrace your end, David. So, that's pretty much his turn. He's just gonna sit there, unlimited powering him, but, you know.
All right, RJ.
Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and cast my spiritual weapon and get that up and rolling on this turn.
Your spirit guardian does 2 damage.
At the beginning of the enemy's turn.
Oh, that's right. At the turn he summons it and the enemies.
Yes.
If they're right. That's what.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. So, going ahead and make an attack with the bread loaf in front of me. That's going to be a modified 20 to hit.
Sure.
And then 1d8 plus 4. And that is going to be 11 damage.
Very good.
Pardon me, Joe. Thank you.
And
then-
you're using what now?
that was a bonus action.
That was a
spell.
spiritual weapon.
That was spiritual.
Okay.
weapon.
What were you? What was your spiritual weapon?
Gauntlet with an eye on it.
Okay.
And then
Perfect.
and then I will also
And that deals force damage. Yeah.
yes. Then I also will cast Toll the Dead, Wisdom saving throw 15, or take.
Toll the Dead is a cantrip.
Yes.
Wait.
Cantrip.
And then spiritual weapon was a bonus action. Okay.
Yep. I remember the rules this time.
All right. So Toll the Dead.
It's got to make a saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage.
What's your DC?
15 Wisdom.
It succeeds.
Okay. Instead, I think it takes nothing.
It takes nothing if it succeeds.
Yep. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Lily.
So how is Riella bound? She's bound, right?
Magically bound.
Oh, okay. I want to try and get her out of the room. So I'm just going to spend all of my movement, action, bonus action, whatever, doing whatever I need to do to get her out of the room so she's at least safe.
Okay. I would say the first thing you want to do is probably grapple to try and get her.
Sure.
Which should be easy enough. I would say that would probably be an automatic success since they are bound. You do throw them over your shoulder. That would use your action. That would put you at encumbered as well. So you would be losing half your movement.
That's fine.
So you pick her up. So we'll say 5 feet of movement there. You have 10 feet left. Boop, boop.
Okay.
You currently have a backpack for all intents and purposes.
Sure. Okay.
Alrighty. You have a bonus action.
I'm not
Okay.
going to use it.
Sounds good. It's now David's turn. David is going to try an Eldritch Blast again.
Stop him! Stop him!
One against Lily again. And then another against Orin. So Orin... That will be a miss on Orin.
Oh, wow.
That he rolled very poorly.
Apparently, he's been doing that a lot.
Yes. And against Lily... that will hit Lily.
Okay.
For 10 force damage.
Ooh.
And you are forced towards the bread.
Okay.
Poosh. So essentially you're like right here in his mouth, and you drop Riala,
Okay.
who's now prone right there. I'm actually just gonna poof. Poof. Alrighty. So now the bread's turn. The bread that you ran into. It's going to summon 2 more dumplings. Due to the slashing on it.
Croutons.
You know, I'm doing weirdly well for a backline warlock face to face with an enemy.
Who's also...
They're also a backline.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Alright, the bread's going to make a 1 attack at Trinic. That is cocked. That will miss. And then it's going to take an attack at Lily. And will... What's your AC?
13.
Will miss. One Crouton is going to attack Brody. Will miss. Another Crouton. Will miss. That brings us to Brody's turn.
Those blasts seem to do pretty good.
Yeah. May as well just keep it
All
up.
little croutons.
Yep. It's going to attack the one on my left. It will hit. The other one, cocked. It will hit as well. The one on the left is gone now.
This one?
Yes. The one on the right. The one on the right will take Right will take max damage and is dead.
Dang.
The Croutons don't have a lot of health.
Headcanon accepted. That is the noise they make when they die.
That's just the noise they make in general.
All right. That was Brody's turn. Zagat, you're currently holding a loaf of bread.
Hey, looks like I can get another 5 foot of movement, so I'm just gonna keep shoving it deeper into the oven.
Okay. I would say make a strength check.
Orin believes in you.
It's gonna be a 17.
Okay. Okay.
Unless it's athletics, then it's a 19.
Yeah, you managed to keep forcing the bread into a space it shouldn't fit. But there's a lot of air in bread, luckily.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
doesn't
knocking all the air out.
It doesn't seem to be like a dense bread.
All right, that's it.
So you manage to it's only got
crammed in there.
a little bit of its head out, and you can definitely see it's almost fully cooked.
I got it crammed in there as much as I can. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Thundering Smite on my right hand. Because my hands count as D4 weapons. Because
you're Warforged, sure.
And then I'm going to punch this dude.
You're gonna punch the bread.
Yep. I can make one-handed attacks when I'm grappling.
He's gonna.
Go. That's going to be a 18 to hit.
Hits.
I'm also going to smite. First level. Oh, not great damage. Oh, pretty good damage on this, though. 11, 13, 17, plus 4, 21 points
Okay.
of force damage, mostly.
Okay.
In blood.
And a d4 of bludgeoning. Big O!
Yeah.
Piston shoots out of your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I would say, for all intents and purposes, it's not dead, but the thing is like, it's in the oven. Basically, it's just
knocked
like
all the
a
air out of the
face,
dough.
a very angry face.
So it looks like a thwomp now.
Can I close the oven doors and...
I would say not yet.
Okay.
I would say not yet, but you can basically. You don't know if there are still flames in the oven at this point, but you know you got the bread in there.
Cool. I'm just gonna... I got one more attack, so I'm just gonna punch it in the face.
I would say that strength check would have counted as the 1 to push it in there.
I already had it grappled.
Okay, you know,
And I
fair.
just
Fair.
used-
Go ahead and
I
make it.
used
Go
move-
ahead
I
and
used
punch it
movement
in.
to push it.
Go ahead and punch it in its
I
doughy face.
missed on that one, unless an 11 hits.
11 does not hit.
Okay.
You essentially like.
Yeah.
That fist, though.
Oh, jeez.
Mike's gonna take damage for that.
I just picture like Zagat over there. He's got like cat ears for some reason. He's like kneading the.
You hear
Make
purring.
biscuits.
Yeah, he's making
Except
biscuits.
for pulling, he's pushing.
He needs to do this.
He's purring loudly.
It's just the gears getting like stuffed up. It's like...
Anyway, all right. So next up is bread. Roll your spiritual guardians first.
Does it have to keep making wisdom saving throws, or
Yes.
is it a one-time fail?
It has to continuously make it.
Okay.
It succeeds.
Okay, then it doesn't take it. This turn.
It is going to. Can I make its way over here?
Brother, no!
It's still within your threatened range.
I was trying to think of where my spiritual weapon would have been.
Right here, so it's still within its threatened range. Gotcha. And it's going to try and save its fellow bread.
Hey, get up, get up.
All right, so 1 attack.
Bread's of a feather.
Then-
I believe that misses 18.
Close together.
That does miss.
Okay.
They
And
make
that
for
one also
strange bread fellows.
So wait, he's between... Here's a got sandwich.
misses. You are in fact sandwiched.
The guy in between two pieces of bread.
All right, that is that bread's turn. It's now for oven bread's turn.
And he's gonna go, oh god!
It's gonna essentially you can't really tell, but you can tell it's like eyes are on you, and actually its mouth has been shut most of the time. It's actually gonna open its mouth, and you actually see like flames in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make a flame attack against you.
Oh, okay.
He
so
changed
make-
its type?
So make a
Evolved.
dexterity saving throw. It's burnt toast.
Oh, you're steel type too. That's not good.
That's a 14.
That is a fail.
Okay.
This has been an interesting experiment.
That is 15 points of fire damage.
Ow.
They go from being bread elementals to fire elementals.
Bread elementals.
To toast elementals.
Now it's burnt toast elementals. But you can actually see like it is taking a lot of damage from the fire around it.
Got it.
Like even using that fire breath cost it. So you can see it's like very blackened at this point. There's definitely flames in that oven.
Good.
And also from that thunder wave you did, the oven seems to be like cracked severely as well.
Zagat's got a bun in the
Yeah,
oven.
pretty good. Yeah.
Alrighty.
You're glowing.
That brings us back to the top of the order for Trinic.
Help me get Riella out of here. I yell at you.
I was gonna say I'm not really doing much against the bread, so I might as well just see if I can pick her up and carry her out.
5, 10. Looks like to get to her.
Yep, that does get an attack of opportunity.
Is it?
Did he leave the threatened square, though? Because he was already in it.
No, yes, because right here is outside of the threatened square.
Okay. Unless you disengage as a bonus action.
Disengage action would be wise.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Yeah, that's just a bonus action for you.
Bonus action disengage.
Action pickup,
Yep. And then run.
And then movement.
and then you would be allowed 5 feet of movement
Oh, half movement.
because half movement because of encumbrance.
I have 30 speed, I thought.
Yeah, he has 30 speed, so
So you
you
move
move 5, 10.
So he can go
15.
10 if he is. Oh,
so
it's
he is
15.
so he is 50. Yeah, so 5 feet.
It is 5 feet. My bad. I thought he only
Just
went 10.
rounding down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's down.
Okay.
Okay.
I like to think you're just dragging her by the ankles. I got her.
I mean, if it brings him closer to me, I can heal her. So.
No, she's not.
I don't think
She's
she's
just
in
bound.
damage.
She's not in danger. She's just
Oh,
bound.
she's bound?
Magically bound. All right, Orin.
Unlimited power. He
Yep.
automatically takes 3d12.
Is it another save?
No.
Okay, go
It,
ahead.
it just happens because it failed the first time.
Well, a few times, Witch Bolt will actually do something.
Witch bolt.
This
Witch
bolt.
bolt only works on the witches.
I'm just double checking.
Not a mage at all. You're a witch.
Burn her.
That one is going to be less impressive. That's only 16 points of lightning damage.
Very well.
So we're gonna shove you in this oven. If you survive, you're a witch.
If you somehow swim in the fire, you're also a
What?
witch.
That is my turn. My turn is to just electrify him.
Very well.
I know it's shocking.
RJ.
But,
Out of the spoon.
well, as I said, the little mouse
It's
on the armor
it's a wood
open
spoon.
up.
It's not really very conductive.
Yeah.
It's magic.
It's
Yeah, but
magically
the mouse in
conductive.
his shadow armor is more magic. In Eldritch.
RJ.
So
Purple lightning.
spiritual weapon's gonna take an attack for this bonus action.
Because why not?
On who?
That's not gonna hit.
The
because
bread.
That's a 9.
Bread?
That's a 9. It's not
That
gonna
does
hit.
not hit.
And then
You hear a little squeak as it hits.
yellow red fur. I'm gonna cast a healing spell on myself because I am hurting.
Man, I've been taking damage this entire time. That's so weird. I know it's not going to last, but it's weird.
Okay, gosh. That's a bonus action. Cure wounds on myself, 1d8 plus 7. That's gonna be 8 hit points back. And then I'm going. Am I still in that threat range if there's a table blocking? Or
You are still within threatened range.
so if I move down 1, it's
If you move towards you, you'll be fine because you're still within its threatened range.
okay. I'll move 5 feet just.
This way?
Okay.
And then let's see. 5, 10, 15. So that's still out of range. If I move one more, I'm still in it because of the reach, right?
I'm sorry?
If he moves once
One
more
more.
towards him, is he okay?
You would still be within threatened range. That is
I'm gonna do
correct.
it. And then that should put me. No, he's still pretty far out. Well, that puts both of the bread in my range, so I'll leave it at that.
Very well. Lily, you are currently face to face with bread.
I am. I guess I will. I guess I'll just do firebolt on the big bread.
The one you're next to?
Yeah.
Okay. You would be rolling a disadvantage because you're at melee with them.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
19. 10 plus 6. 16.
Meets.
Okay, so it does 2d10.
2d10 fire.
That is 7 divided by 2, so 3.
Very well. Alrighty. Seems to have cooked a little bit more from that firebolt.
I'll just end my turn there.
Sounds good. That's going to bring us to David's turn. They're going to try the same thing against you, Logan. They're going to try a witch bolt you.
Okay.
That is a fail. It did not hit. You, being the more trained warlock, managed to essentially bounce the spell off with your spoon.
I like to think that another mouth opened up and just ate the spell.
That's fair to think. Okay. Oh, and blood mark's gone because that only lasts a turn. Okay.
Sheila says that was delicious.
That
Yes, that's what he
will.
named it.
You hear David go. David goes. Charity was only saying I was trying to help.
Charity lied. You were just trying to help yourself and hurt others to do it.
It's tears in his eyes. I haven't hurt anyone.
What about Riella? What about my father? What about
Do
the
it.
experiences of everyone?
Roll an insight check.
Nope. I was going to say, he also doesn't really care at this point.
Sure. That ends David's turn. It's now going to be the bread's turn again. The slashes in it seem to have cooked over, so nothing's popped out. That bread's going to take an attack at an attack or two at Lily. First attack, that will hit. Second attack, that will also hit. That is a 18 and a 19, respectively.
Yep.
First amount, 8 damage, 8 slashing.
Okay.
Second one is 6 slashing.
You said 6?
6.
Okay.
This crouton is going to move up, make an attack at Brody. It will hit. The first time a crouton is hit. It's going to take 1 whole damage. I don't know what Brody will do. Alright, that's going to bring us to Brody's turn, who is going to promptly Eldritch Kick this thing away. And then it's going to, the other Eldritch Blast is going to go with the bread.
Eldritch Kick.
Eldritch Blast is going to hit the crouton. That's cocked. It is still up, but the other... Yeah, it's still up. The other Eldritch Blast is going to hit the loaf of bread. That is cocked for 6 damage. All right. And that will bring us to Zagat.
All right. How's the bread in the oven looking?
Pretty much gone.
Okay.
It's
Just gonna close the doors to the oven and turn and face this bread. And we'll bonus action Thundering Smite again. It's at first level and take a swing. First attack is gonna be a miss. Second attack is also a miss.
very well.
What did you roll?
2 ones.
Okay.
You are going back in the box.
You with your hammer hit. You do hit it, but just like poof, poof.
Oh, you were undercooked. You're too doughy.
All right, that's gonna bring us to the bread right in front of you. Its turn.
15 saving throw.
Success. It's gonna take
This is the wisest of loaves.
Yes. First attack is a 21 to hit against the god.
Hits.
Okay. Second attack will miss.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
7 slashing damage. The bread in the oven, you can kind of hear just like yelling in there and like dust coming off of the oven because it's just all that damage already. It doesn't do anything, obviously. Trinick, you're up.
I'm still right. You said I have half speed.
Yes.
Bonus action disengage, or bonus action.
I have to disengage again.
No, you're not in
Oh, if he's
It's
not
still within threatened. It's threatened range.
outreach.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say you could bonus action disengage, action dash, and get out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It'll give you 30 foot of movement.
Do that.
Yep, and that will put you right outside the doors. So go ahead and just pick them both up and just set them outside the door.
Woo! Hopefully outside of any
bravely
ritual.
ran away.
So
Okay, guys, good luck.
brave.
See you guys later. I saved the damsel.
I felt like not making more croutons.
I mean, that's all I was doing before this. So.
You were doing the poking.
You were doing damage. It was just also
The
creating.
poking wasn't actually creating croutons.
Oh well, we didn't know that. Anyway,
Because piercing damage is just piercing damage.
that's true.
Have you ever stabbed a loaf of bread? It doesn't...
It doesn't care.
Yeah, it doesn't care. You slice a loaf of bread, though.
Then you get another
Then
slice
you
of
can
bread.
do
Then you get more bread.
So my turn.
It is Orin's turn.
Unlimited power. That is 11, 15, 21 more points of lightning damage.
Very well. David is looking very injured
I was
right
gonna
now.
say he has a lot more health than Orin does. Orin would be dead like twice over.
You can see the like smoke coming off of him, and not like your kind of smoke. It's like constantly being struck by lightning smoke. Okay, RJ.
I'm
Just
gonna.
stop fighting and let it happen.
I don't know if I should heal you. That's the question.
I don't think Orin's taken any damage.
He hasn't.
Oh, I thought you said that earlier.
Orin has been protected by Roxy.
How is everybody looking now?
Zagat's pretty hurt.
Rough.
I am less than half. But I'm not.
You're out of
so-
combat. You're fine.
Orin's the only one to walk out of this unscathed.
I only have I have less than a third
For
of my
once.
max HP.
For once.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
she
ahead and
needs more.
heal Zagat. Oh,
No,
she
she
needs
needs
more? Okay. Well, I was gonna go assist her and leave you with that bread of loaf. Let me get up in front of that bread monster next to them.
10, 15.
Okay, there's going to be an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
That is a 19.
It's
7 slashing damage.
okay. Thank God I healed. Oop, that's wrong. Wrong way. 14 damage. Alright. And then I will go ahead and then do a touch cure wounds on you, so 1d8 plus 7.
Okay.
I can roll if you want.
I'll just type it in.
It's
You said 1d8 plus 7?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll roll it then.
Oh, 7, so you get 14. And then bonus action, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon. It gets 20 feet. And it was about 5, 10, 15. I'm just going to, I can't move it far enough. So I'm just going to move it closer to me so it doesn't explode closer to the loaf. I need to throw a D4 out there.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I'm just gonna move right there, and then it's gonna take an attack on the loaf. 17, is that gonna hit?
Yep.
1d8 plus 4 damage. It's gonna take 11 damage.
Very well. And the spiritual weapon?
Yep. And then that is my turn.
Very well. Brody... No, not Brody. Lily.
I'm going to bonus action disengage and then move.
You do not have bonus action disengage.
Oh,
He's a
that's
rogue,
right.
so he gets it.
Well then,
You can action this.
Yeah, you'd have to action disengage.
I know. Yeah. I guess that's what I'll do, and then I'm going to... Okay, so the lady tied up... Is Temperance tied up on stage or no?
The individual on stage...
That we
seems to-
assume is Temperance. I don't know if
is
we...
tied, not tied up. They're just sitting and looks like a very comfy chair.
They
And-
look a little sickly.
And Vrokti is over here tied up or restrained.
In a magical trap.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just move closer to the door, then action disengage, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's my turn.
Very well. It's now David's turn.
Should I make an intimidation check for this entire
He's already scared.
Fair enough.
Like he started the fight scared.
He should be, damn.
He is going to...
I say to the group, I think we need to separate these two until we can get a better understanding of what's going on here.
He's going to do something different.
Bread first.
He's going to use his oversized butter knife and attack you with it.
Okay.
Is it like a big two-handed great butter knife?
So,
Is it a blunt weapon?
pyramid heads. Technically, that's a butter knife. It's not a knife. It's a fucking butter knife.
Incredible.
He's going to swing you with his oversized butter knife. That is an 18.
That actually hits. He's dealt damage for once in his life.
31 points. You are dead.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
What a way to go.
I mean,
I thought I was doing well.
he was.
I need to do an alignment check with
I'm
my
probably going to need a pencil. Because I realize I don't have one. Thank you.
That is a whopping 8 bludgeoning damage. Because it's a butter knife, it doesn't have a sharp edge.
That's
That doesn't have
what I
a-
think. That's awesome.
Oh, it's fine. I got this.
You asked for a pencil.
That's true. That is true. Thank you. So concentration is what?
Your DC is 4.
Four?
And don't roll a nat 1.
I got it. I got a 4.
Okay, I was saying,
Total.
DC is 4, meet to beat, you're good.
Mother. You and your fancy toys. But no, I rolled literally a 4.
So he takes a swing at you. You attempt to dodge, you're a little bit shocked, and it grazes you a little bit, but you manage to
Ow!
maintain your witch bolt.
Ow!
Did it knock
You
his-
did something
did
for
it-
once in your life.
His
Did it
chef
knock
hat's
his
a little
hat
crooked.
off? I would say, did it knock his hat off? His chef hat?
It's actually held in place.
No,
by
that's
the
actually part of
darkness.
his head. It's not a hat, it's his head.
It's a head crab.
Concentration, I think it's 10. It's half the damage or
There's
10.
there's a rat.
That sounds right. He
Holding on.
succeeds. He
Feel
succeeds.
nice.
That's going to bring us to Bread's turn.
The one over by us now.
Yes.
So
It's going to attack you twice. It's going to roll its wisdom.
Noodles.
It succeeds.
Dang it.
It's gonna
Noodle
attack
flurry.
RJ.
I actually did not succeed. He is correct. It is 10 if it is high. If it would be lower.
Yeah. I was trying to
10 is
help
the
you
minimum.
out.
Oh, no, that's fair. Well,
So yeah,
Which
no, I
one's
did
gone?
lose it.
first attack against you misses. Second attack misses as well. Crouton is going to attack Brody. Actually, no, Crouton's dead because it's within Spiritual Guardians. I'm not even going to bother rolling. It's a tiny loaf of bread. That will bring us to Brody's turn. And he's just going to stick with his classic. First attack is really bad. I'll get to that in a moment. Second attack will hit. His first attack, as he casts his Eldritch Blast, gets whipped aside by the bread and actually hits your shield and kind of bounces away. So your shield has a big ass dent in it. You're fine though. It just has a big ass dent.
My shield.
The second attack that does hit deals a decent bit of damage. All right. That the remaining loaves of bread do look very beat up, by the way. If slightly toasted in some places. That will bring us to Zagat's turn, who is face to face with more bread.
Brad! Take a swing. That's an 11 to hit.
Nope.
Second, better. That's a 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That will trigger the Thundering Smite.
So you cast the last round.
Correct.
And it stays until he hits.
Yep.
Well, 10 rounds, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's
an
concentration until it's used.
Okay. Either way, it's good.
2d6 plus 2d6. Not bad. 8, 9, 11 plus 4, 15 points of bludgeoning. Bludgeoning and thunder.
Okay.
And he needs to make a strength saving
How
throw.
much of it is thunder?
That's going to be 5 damage of thunder and 6 damage of bludgeoning.
Okay. You swing around with your mace. It connects, goes in just a little bit, but the shockwave does hit it. It's very muffled, but it hits the bread.
Just kind of
poof. If you've ever yelled into bread before.
deflates.
Oh yeah.
Things are getting weirder.
Has
and
anyone
weirder.
ever just cried into a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Just me?
An Uncrustable.
Look, that was one time. It was
That's
Valentine's Day.
that's how you make ciabatta. You scream into it. That's what makes the bubbles.
What is it that your souffle?
What was your other part you were saying, by the way?
It'll like.
Strength saving throw?
Strength saving.
He has to make a strength saving throw. DC 12.
Oh my god, just... There we go. That is a success.
Okay, then it is not pushed.
Very good, very good. That's going to bring us to the bread that you're face to face with, who is looking fairly beat up. Very, very beat up. First attack. Cocked. Misses. Second attack. Misses.
Actually, those are really near me, aren't
Oh, does my spiritual weapon help with advantage? I can't remember.
No.
No. Okay.
You do a
'Cause of
thunder
flanking.
wave.
they? I think I get it as...
That will bring us to...
Yes.
So wait, that one. guy
you
was
only hear silence from
thunderstruck?
this oven now, by the way.
You heard?
Shut up, Logan.
Okay.
Back to the top of the order with Trinic.
No, my guys, I'm okay over here.
Bless you.
Try to be quiet.
So is that what you're doing?
Sneezing really loudly.
It's dusty in here.
I think I'm gonna stay out in the hallway because if I leave her and go back into combat, someone could snatch her and take her to another castle.
Orin appreciates that if he wasn't absolutely focused on what it was doing. So that's your turn?
Okay.
Yeah.
Orin.
I'm standing guard with the princess.
Eldritch Blast!
Oh,
That's a natural 20 on the first one. And that is only a 13 on the second.
Okay. First one will hit, second one will not.
Okay, that is 1d10 plus 5. So that is 11, and then it's doubled.
You roll the damage again.
Ah.
You just add the die onto it.
I wish it wasn't that, but only 13 then.
Okay.
I wish it was double, that'd be nice. But, oh well.
The way I'm thinking of adjusting it, by the way, is no matter what, you get a max damage dice. So if it would roll 12, you get 12 no matter what. And then you just roll your normal damage after that.
I'm okay with it, but it's
I didn't want to say we're gonna remember to do it during my nat 20
fair enough.
because that would have been unfair.
That's fair. So it's only 13 points of damage to him then, of force.
Okay.
Alrighty. I guess spiritual weapon's gonna take its swing. And does a 15 hit.
No.
Yeah, swing and a miss. Alrighty. That was bonus action, and then I get to cancel spell. I'm going to do inflict wounds on the bread in front of me, which is going to be a modified 20 to hit,
Okay.
and it's going to take 3d10
Yeah.
damage.
I know moldy bread. It does poison damage now.
3d10.
What a twist.
It does penicillin damage.
Oh no, you're allergic.
That's going to be 19 damage.
Cutting
What a way to go.
It's going to be 19 necrotic damage on the bread.
EpiPens have not been invented.
You grab onto the bread. You do see mold start to form off of the bread.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Some green, mainly green. There's a lot of moisture for mold to grow on.
Alrighty, and then that is my turn.
It's nasty.
You can just cut it away. You'll be fine.
Like cheese.
Lily.
Not better. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. And that's not the right one. I will do 2 at this and 1 at this one.
Very well.
Okay, so first Scorching Ray is a 13 plus 6.
Hits.
Second Scorching Ray is a 9.
Miss.
Third one is a 8 plus 6, so 14.
Miss.
Wow. Whiff. That's what, 2d6 per ray. So that's a 1 and a 3, so 4 damage
Well,
from a
fire
level
damage.
2 spell slot. It was fire damage, I guess, but
Yeah, it was fire.
probably not
damage.
worth it.
The one that Zagat's face to face with, it looks fairly toasted now, but it's still up.
Okay.
It's not soggy anymore.
That will bring us to David. David is essentially just gonna just set his knife down, like he just looks exhausted. Tears in his eyes.
Orin does not give a fuck. Sorry.
That will actually be the end of his turn. He looks well defeated. Bread is still up. Bread won. It's feral bread. It was never really under their control right now. It does look a little bit sad.
Feral bread.
Feral bread.
Yeah, like bread you'd find out in the wild.
It's going to take an attack or 2 at RJ. That will be an 18 on the first attack.
Meets.
Okay. Second attack will miss. You will take 3 points of damage.
And that's half.
Correct.
Good.
Brings us to Brody. Miss. Miss. Brings us to Zagat.
Swing and swing. Yeah. It's going to be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Alright, we will Divine Smite that one with my first little spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? We'll make that a second little spell slot. Where's my... Give it D8. Thank you. Plus 2d6. Ooh, mama! 6, 12, 17, 19, 22, plus 4, 26.
Okay, that was another smite.
Yes.
Very well. You take your mallet. You, again, strike the bread. This time it's toasted, so you can feel that it actually, like, crunch against it. The thundering smite goes off and kind of, like, blows its face off. So now you're just covered in breadcrumbs.
Is it down?
It's down.
Scatter.
Swing for the fences.
So as long as there aren't any birds nearby, you'll be fine.
Then
An army of ducks.
Eldritch
5, 10, 15, 20.
No, those are just pigeons.
25.
There are the eldritch beings.
So Zagat's just gonna loom.
Very well.
David.
Okay.
Ooh, this is gonna go bad.
Grappling check, pull him away.
That will then bring us to that was...
I'll ask him straight up. Do you yield?
Crush his brains.
He already has,
Hooray.
but
He hasn't said anything. He didn't take
No,
a turn, but
You can insinuate yielding, but asking is wise. He essentially looks at you, fear in his eyes. I do.
Now kiss.
Oh, this is not.
The remaining bread. Let's see. No, that bread's dead. Trinick, are you just going to pass turn?
I mean, I could come back and fight the bread some more, but I don't know if I really did a whole lot. So I think I'll stay.
Well,
with
this is how we will end it. Orna, it's about to go to your. It's your turn for all intents and purposes. The remaining people in front of that bread finish it off, no problem.
Okay.
No additional damage is dealt. That's the end of combat, effectively.
Yeah.
Hope maybe.
Let's actually check to see if.
did find out who Lust is.
Okay, so
There's a lot of people we haven't figured out who they
God,
are.
If his memory dump was from Lust, that would be so bad.
It makes a lot of sense.
It does.
all right, so let's just start with the absolute basics. What we have right in front of us right now. She pointing at the creature and the figure in the chair. This is Charity. One of my siblings. Charity, in a nutshell, gave up too much of themselves. Which is why we have temperance, if you will. There, you need to make sure you don't give too much of yourself and not give me too much. I'm the devourer. Charity's the giver. You can eat too much. You can give too much. Charity gave too much. So, this is what we have of her.
To him? Points at David.
Yeah, yes. That's basically all she is able to do.
But you drained the god and all you made was bread monsters?
He didn't drain her at all. She gave him this energy. Once they found out that he was accidentally deceived, I should say accidentally, purposely deceived, but was under the control of, as far as I've been able to tell, Temperance, the other sibling. Temperance is supposed to be the good sibling, though. I'm, if you will, the bad nature of.
So Charity
these.
is not Temperance.
Correct.
Charity and
They're
Temperance are
different people.
Okay.
They're different people. Well, people.
Is Charity's your twin?
Yes.
Okay.
So, just to make sure I understand this right, Temperance was controlling Charity to do all this?
Temperance was controlling David.
David.
And Charity was helping David to overcome that. That's why
Correct.
she gave power, possibly to sever the control Temperance had over David.
You can have you can, but at least with us, you can't have more than one contract between us.
So that's probably where the bulk of her energy went, was to annul the previous contract and give him power
She was
with
al-
all that. That's my guess.
Charity has been like this for millennia. It's why the human, I'll say humans, are less charitable, more hungry, if you will. They embrace it, but also we as these eldritch beings, forces of nature, kind of put this energy out there, especially with those around us. So, I devour, obviously, but I don't eat too much. Technically, I'm supposed to eat everything. But,
I thought that's why you wanted to eat all of them. I thought you were starting to eat Temperance.
no, I can't eat my siblings.
Oh.
Otherwise, something bad will happen. And I don't mean to me, to everyone. It's why, technically, Charity's not dead. You can't kill Charity.
See, this is why I wanted to know more about the contract so I could do the fine details, because I've been wrong about them, apparently.
Always read your contracts.
Yeah, I was excited to
Except
meet
you,
in the
don't read
flesh.
your contract. Oh wait, no, I can't even talk to you about that. That's... You have to talk to your lawyer.
She has to contact her magical lawyer, who'll contact your magical lawyer.
Well, I tried asking, and you didn't say anything, so...
So what questions do you have for now?
So Temperance caused everything up there.
Yes.
Where is Temperance now?
Probably across the sea. The next boat, the last boat would have, well, technically if it went with a charter boat, it would have gone to Talar, but I couldn't tell you where they are now.
That's where we sailed out of, correct? To get to here.
You get teleported to a ship.
That's right. That's right. That was in Talar, though, correct?
No, you were across the continent.
We got teleported into a boat in the bay off of where Logan's.
We were in Talar at one point.
No, I think we were heading to Talar.
That might be.
Correct.
But I think we were going there originally to get a boat to come here.
Correct.
And then
But then you
ended
cut,
up
you cut the
teleporting.
trip short by a lot.
So there may be shenanigans going on in Talar.
Do you know what Temperance's ultimate goal is in all this?
That's the weird part. I don't know. Temperance, we'll say it in the black and white terms, good and evil. Temperance is one of the good ones.
Sweet.
Meanwhile, I'm one of the, if you will, evil ones.
We've learned that.
What does
And this is Freyakti saying I'm one of the evil ones too.
And we're just nodding our head, looking at you as you're shaking your head.
Yeah, we know.
So the best we've come to understand is that there is an apocalypse coming, and I kind of look at her. Evil forces or evil aspects of humanity are the ones responsible for this. So is Temperance going around trying to stop this?
Sounds like this.
Or is she using that as an excuse to bring in the apocalypse herself or something?
They may just be bringing it about themselves.
I can see Temperance trying to bring a balance to, like, as a glutton. She
But
was
how many
burning
of you
food.
are there? Are there 7 plus 1 more, so 8, or are there 4? Because we didn't really understand any of that.
She's counting real quick.
How many sisters do you have exactly?
There's 7, but
There's-
1 more, and there are 4.
Let's see. There are
12.
siblings for me. I have 13 siblings.
So there's
Maybe 14.
So there's 15 of you maybe in total?
Yes.
And what are you? Are you just old gods?
Eldritch
Oh, we're
beings.
older than old gods. We are just we just are. That's the best way I can put it. Eldritch gods can't kill us. We can't kill them though.
So, what is your end goal if it's not to literally eat everything?
You all said I wanted to eat everything, but
That's
I
wh-
never corrected it.
That's why I'm asking now.
I like to collect. I'm a collector.
Glutton for things? Glutton for experience?
That would be greed.
No?
I love food. I love eating, so I collect recipes.
Okay.
That is how I can make sure that at least I don't go on a rampage again.
So with the 4, I know you have 3 sisters as of right now. Well, 2 sisters that are currently roaming. Do you possibly know of one other that could be going around?
Well, let's see. They could all be anywhere, really.
Because that could be the 4.
We stay hidden from one another unless
Actually, I know something that would help. You know them, right?
I know their names, obviously.
Their names would help us understand them, right?
We knew. Were
Let me go get
Cassiopeia and Heracles 2 of their names?
Oh, Christ. Can you repeat that, please?
Were Cassiopeia and Heracles 2 of their names?
No, those names are very, very, very old, though.
Why have that written down?
You okay?
My knee's been
I was
screwing
investigating
me.
older
Screwing with me.
gods, and that could have been a name. Because I have Dionysus and Hercules as well.
Dionysus.
I'm sorry, yeah, Dionysus.
Can I get you anything? Or?
No, we're good. I just can't bend it very much right now.
Okay.
What does Tiamat have to do with all of this?
Is Tiamat a sister?
God, no. Tiamat's just another
God?
god.
How lame.
Here's what I can tell you, though. You want their names?
If you don't mind.
I can do that. I will reach out for something in the future, though, as this is definitely not information. This is very powerful information. So will cost you eventually, as you're about to receive names you should never have. So my sibling's name on the she definitely just went to the evil side. Gluttony is me. Greed, wrath, envy, lust. Envy and lust are different things.
Okay.
Sloth and pride. Then there are the kind ones, the good ones. Chastity, temperance, charity, diligence, patience, kindness. She says, like with a bitter tone. Humility. And the last one that may or may not be one of our siblings, we're still trying to figure that out. We have some questions for Dad. Is, as far as we can tell, vainglory. But they're not a good one or a bad one.
It's a neutral.
I don't know. They're like a, for lack of a better term, a redheaded stepchild. They're around there, maybe.
And Vanguard was also there.
And is there a way to hone in on where they could be affecting areas and stuff? Like signs of what they represent?
If they were, they would have been found hundreds of years ago. Thousands.
So, if you weren't in my dreams, who was? They put memories in my head. Would that help?
If they were in your head, it could have been any of them. Any single one of them. If it's been the active ones, it'd probably have to be temperance or greed.
Would the type of information they gave me, would that change it?
Potentially. What information?
He looks over at Rihala for a sec. Well, that's
Do we need to have this conversation in private?
We already know.
well, my parents never gave me the talk about the birds and the bees, and
Sex. It's about sex.
A lot more than we know.
like his entire everything turns red. Like, yep, that.
Zagat did not make the wisdom check.
Well, that is one of two things then. One, hormones.
You're growing up.
That's like most of it. Two,
You're a real boy.
it could have been lust.
You hit puberty.
I did that a while ago.
It could have been lust. That, if it was lust, I feel like you would know. You would know that experience more, though. Did they give you a name? Any clues?
I thought it was you. We had tea like we normally do.
Mm-hmm.
in the usual clearing.
This tea was actually inside of your room, if you will.
Oh no, it was inside my room actually because I got a tea. It was a special kind of tea, and I didn't realize what kind of tea it was. And since I didn't have any knowledge of it, then she gave me knowledge of it, and it was a lot. And it's a lot.
Are you trying to imply that it was an aphrodisiac?
You didn't think someone could get more red. You have been proven wrong.
So it was that kind of tea, but also I was talking about the information. It was a lot.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna go over here now and just. He's kind of bashing his head against the wall
the
a
room's
little
currently
bit.
lit up by the glow of orange.
Just the redness in his face?
Yes.
He's literally just the embarrassment and everything, and he's just bashing his head lightly against the wall.
All right. Okay, well, that's happening. I mean, I suppose directing the conversation with the rest of you, I mean, not knowing what was in that conversation could have been lust. Or maybe Oren just needs to get laid.
So it seems.
Coming from his god.
Just starts hitting the head on a wall hard.
Do you happen to have any relationship with the World Tree?
I've heard of a world tree before, but it hasn't been like 2,000 years. And that was just like, that's just a general term. It's used all the time.
Okay. Out of character question. Because I don't know if this is an anime I watched and I've got a lot of bleed over now, but I just want to be sure. Did we hear anything at one point about the World Tree being destroyed?
No.
No. Okay, that is probably some anime I was watching then.
Probably.
Got it.
I believe the person you were talking to had some relationship to the World Tree, if I remember correctly.
I know we have talked to somebody about the World Tree, and it's come up several times, but I don't know what their relationship to it is. Like, why do we keep running across the names of you and your sisters and also information about this World Tree? They may not have anything to do with each other, but I guess I just kind of assumed they did.
Bracky's sitting back for a moment to think. I do know of a world tree, or at least like the mythos of it. But that is information that I would not share right now, and I wouldn't even know the price for it.
The other pressing issues seem to be that there is apparently an apocalypse coming of some sort.
She nods her head.
Do you
Like,
are you familiar with the apocalypse?
of course. There are several names for, if you will, an apocalypse.
Well, somebody apparently is currently trying to bring one on, but we don't know who. Originally, we thought that it might have been you that was behind it.
No, but it's about time.
So the apocalypse is just something that was going to happen on its own anyway?
Oh, absolutely. And it's always something that happens. I've been through several myself.
Interesting.
And that's just on this plane.
It's a terrifying thought.
Okay, I'm feeling a bit better. Okay.
Yeah, they happen every 2,000 years, roughly.
Are they preventable?
Maybe. I haven't seen it being preventable, but also it doesn't affect me.
Can you think of any reason why one of your sisters, maybe in this case Temperance, would want to bring about the apocalypse? Is it ever beneficial for you? You said it doesn't affect you, but maybe it could be good for you.
I mean, the one time I participated in one, I ate enough for eons. but I don't need to. If temperance is involved, perhaps it's just boredom. You don't ever want to become complacent. Keep things interesting.
I suppose so.
What else do you have for me? Zagat seems to come out of his sleep mode. Rest mode, briefly.
What all have we asked?
What do they know of the apocalypse, or what connection do they have to it? Do they know who would be starting it if they were? Do they have any connection to Tiamat? Answer to all that shit is basically no. No connection to the apocalypse specifically, but if they did one, if it was temperance, it might be boredom that she's trying to instigate it out of. So...
You said you talked about Tiamat. How is Tiamat involved on your side?
I got the notes somewhere.
That is a really good question. When we were first introduced to the concept of, there are 7, there's always one more, there are 4. Each of the 7 also have an opposite, was a riddle we had been introduced to at one point in time. During researching that particular riddle to see what we could come up with, there were several gods' names mentioned, including yours and Tiamat's.
To clarify, I'm not a god.
So the
I
Conrad,
wouldn't want that weakness.
the guy we got the information from, he had servants of Abishai, which are the servants of Tiamat. And with his knowledge of that, we don't know how he was able to get these servants. We thought there could be some connection.
He had
Tiamat does not lend her servants out to anyone. She is a very, very
Because
selfish
They
god.
seemed more prisoner.
if we think back, yeah, they were being controlled.
They were being controlled, but it was
by
how he came
Conrad.
across them that was the point of
Yeah.
interest.
But they were being sent by Tiamat to go after Conrad, right?
I don't think we ever.
Zach saying yes.
Okay.
If Bright continues, if that's the case, you're not going to like this. Tiamat might know more than I do in this case. If she was sending, for lack of a better term, hitmen.
Because the fellow we were chasing, Conrad, claimed that he was trying to prevent an apocalypse, and Tiamat was sending her minions after him to prevent him preventing the apocalypse.
So Tiamat probably has something to do with the apocalypse itself.
Probably.
Or Conrad was insane.
Also entirely possible.
But if he was insane, then why would somebody send a hitman after him if it wasn't going to do something?
Especially something that could only have been Tiamat sending them.
She's going to point David as an example. He was led astray. Could technically be classified as insanity.
So is your suggestion then we find a priest of Tiamat? Are there such things?
I think I would know if it is.
Yes, there are. Where to find them, no idea.
Great.
Wonderful.
I love not knowing what to do or where to go.
But oddly enough, Talar is more of a religious area. And where there is good religion, there's always sellers devoted to evil gods, Asmodeus, Tiamat, etc., etc.
They're all going to avoid me if I go there.
Is there one at the
Oh,
monastery?
absolutely.
Is there one at the monastery as well?
Oh, what?
Oh, this is me asking Zach.
Yeah, a what?
The seller for evil gods. Will we have one at the thing of hell?
Well, there's not a You
No.
wouldn't know because it's a hidden cellar.
Right.
Why would you know?
Fair.
It's not like it's a.
I feel like if I were on a mission of
That's right.
bringing back
Talar
people-
is where the forgotten
Usually when
gods
shrines
are.
to evil gods are set up,
Temple of
they're not
Forgotten
kept in
Gods.
public. Like,
Oh,
oh, hey,
that's
just
true,
come.
that's true.
Yeah, that's what I was going after.
Yeah.
You're not,
Gotcha. I was trying to connect dots.
No.
Hey, we're doing evil shit over here.
Okay, so Talar, we've got the Temple of Forgotten Gods and all of the other places there. So we might be able to find someone from Tiamat who might know what's going on. But they probably won't be very good. The other option, we were looking at Old Mora as an option to go to because there's the library in Mora that might have older information.
I have multiple reasons why I would like to go to Old Mora.
Verdactyl looks like she's like fondly remembering something. I remember Mora. God,
Did-
that was a beautiful city.
Did you have anything to do with the giant scar?
No. The old magicians are the reason for that scar.
Like magicians plural or like one wizard?
Plural.
Okay.
Does it have
More
to be a bush
than one
wizard?
of them.
I'm gonna take away all of your powers.
In fact, rip up.
Does the
rip
name
up your
Sprinkle
character.
Toes
Sure.
mean anything to you?
I'm making you bread.
Oh, I love bread. No, I'm turning you into bread.
Exactly.
Oh.
So there have been like 2 or 3 dreams where I thought I was talking to you. Apparently, have not been talking to you at all.
Almost a month after you left, I was locked into that field.
We made a very nice picture of you on the bottom of our
Oh, that's
wagon.
nice.
Oh yeah, nice.
Did
We
it
Is
had
that
real-
still on
did
the
it-
boat?
Did it instill fear?
Yes.
Ah, good.
A little bit of trauma.
Ah, very good.
You know that field that we used to meet in for our dreams?
Yes.
Yeah, it was that.
Interesting.
That was very lovely.
Very well. I do love the Blood River.
So, sorry, I know we're trying to figure out all these things, but I'm trying to figure out my connection to my goddess. In the future, for dreams, how will I know it's you instead of whoever's trying to pretend that they're you?
You know, that's a very, very good question. If it is actually me, you should be able to feel when I talk to you. I should be able to essentially touch your soul, and you'll definitely know when I touch it. If anyone else touches it, because I currently own it.
Okay.
That's the best way that you're going to be able to tell.
Just got George just pokes at it.
You know what? That
It
works.
will not be a pleasant experience, but you'll know.
I think it'll be pleasant. So far, all my interactions with you have been.
What else do you all need? Also, you look unwell.
Oh yeah, I've got this. I'm kind of cursed, possessed, cursed. I don't know.
Interesting.
There's barbed wire in me.
Interesting.
It was something about pain.
Yeah,
Representation of pain.
I'm either possessed by or am the avatar of pain. I'm not really sure how that works. It's quite uncomfortable.
You're not an avatar.
Okay,
But
well, that's good to know.
it's, I think, haunted, possessed. It's probably a good way to put it.
Yeah, I smashed a skull that was holding together a curse, and apparently you shouldn't do that.
That is correct.
It seemed like the thing to do at the time.
Correct. There are many things you don't smash. Magical skulls. Charity's chair.
Who did that?
Oh,
No,
chair.
you don't. You don't do that.
Chair.
I was just-
I was
Tea.
gonna say, I was gonna be upset.
No, that's just a statement. And it's not because the chair is magical. I will make sure that whoever breaks it will experience eons of torture.
It's a good thing you gently put her down.
Let's see, what else do you all need? Let's see, I offered a deal for information that you all will have to accept one way or another later.
Mm-hmm.
I might have information regarding your world tree, but it's not a price that you all can pay right now. Yet. What all are you trying to find in Old Mora again?
A library?
It's a good question.
I believe it was a library.
A library.
There's a library there, and we thought we might be able to get more information about the old gods, which we've already gotten.
And apparently I have some connection to Old Mora.
Yeah, weren't we trying to? We were trying to look for a book that may help with that riddle. They're 14 or.
Well, I believe we have the 15 names. So, I think we don't really need to hit up the library, but with the connection to Old Moor, I think we should still make the trip for it.
Logan, I'm going to refund that because I can't do anything right now.
Okay.
Did you say a ton of voice or something?
I was gonna say, and you
I
all
would
gain
be-
a level.
I would be very careful in the Scar. Have any of you ever been in there before?
No. I heard it is a magical anomaly,
Not that I
though.
remember.
It is an anomaly. It is magically barren.
My father may.
Oh, like an anti-magic barrier.
No, because there's even magic inside of an anti-magic field. It's just
They're
nullified, if you will. Anti-magic is weird. It's the fact that there is no magic left in the Scar.
So you can't
It's
cast
been
spells in
drained.
it.
You can. Something funky might happen though. That's a technical term.
Funky.
Got it.
We need transport. Where you go?
We have a boat still. They're waiting for us, I think.
What I would definitely make sure you were very careful in Old Mora. Old Mora specifically. While the Scar may be a magical dead zone, there was a lot of magic flying back in those days. And some of it may still be potent.
Do you have any advice or thoughts for me?
Keep cooking.
Can we have a bread mimic to go?
No.
I feel like we came here to learn more about
I tried to get a crouton dog.
like
I'm
the
sorry.
apocalypse and their role, but I
They're
feel like
kinda
we've
cute.
learned not a lot.
I feel like we didn't even come here for that. I feel like we came here to save his girlfriend.
Didn't
We've
we
learned more
come
than
here
we-
also
'Cause
knowing?
we were going to go to
Are you saying
Talar
this
and
out
we
loud?
diverted
Yes.
here. Not, I don't know if she's saying it as Lily or not, but I'm not.
Kind
saying it
yes.
as the
Oh yeah. I was trying to Lily talked
guy. I
as
was
a
saying
guy.
that as the player.
Ah.
But yeah, Zagat would probably be like, I thought we came here to save his girlfriend. Like, we were going to go to Talar and sidetracked.
Well, orange red again then.
So, do we stop at Talar first? Check with
Well, we were going to go visit the Temple of the Old Gods because we have the Heartswood, which was my original quest. But now I'm starting to question whether that's a good idea.
I mean,
But we might still check in with the temple because they might have more information on the names that we've now received.
or a way to contact and figure out what we need
Yeah,
to do.
and now also we may be able to track down a Tiamat cult somewhere in there and maybe get more information about this upcoming apocalypse.
Something's itching me to go to Old Moor, and I don't know what it is, though. I think it's maybe that we have a person with connection to that area. I feel like it's pressing. Versus information gathering.
I don't think there's any guarantee that we'll get anything in Old Mora.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been mentioned, but I don't think anything's directly been like, you need to go to Old Mora. Because we could... I mean, we could do either way.
You got coin? Or we can leave it to the person that wants to go to Old Moor and let them decide.
By the way, have you talked about Heartswood out loud as well?
I've not brought it up.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just recapping stuff that we've gone over.
I forgot about that.
I'm trying to think, because if it's the God's thought process, he pretty much thinks out loud.
Mm-hmm.
So he would probably do something like, well, we could go to Talar to track down the Tiamat thing and visit the Temple of the Old Gods for the Heartswood. Just something like in passing.
Mm-hmm.
Did we already collect Heartswood?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's staff.
Reacti Heartswood.
Yep.
That sounds made up.
Who has it?
I think
It's
it was.
from the. It's supposed to be a branch from the world tree, isn't it?
Yep.
That's what this is.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
You have a branch twig of the world tree.
Yep. Found it in a haunted mansion.
With the pain.
I smashed the skull there, yeah.
That's true.
With the guy who was talking about the apocalypses.
And the good healing tea.
Okay.
That's good tea.
It was
And the dog. The big dog.
And the dog.
Oh.
And the mirror
Fire
mimic.
I'll give you some information for free here.
You stupid sons of bitches.
You are being played. So there's obviously the scar, a branch like that, twig, fairly small twig, can cause a lot of damage if used poorly or even used wisely. Be very careful if you take it to Old Mora. But also you can't just give it away.
So we're talking about like.
Why did you need a stick?
I was told to find some Heartswood by the Temple of the Old Gods.
How much?
Of the Forgotten Gods.
How much heartwood?
Didn't specify.
Well, did they say what they needed it for?
It's another reason why I was going back to Talar.
Okay.
So
I didn't ask a lot of questions the first time. They were like, we need Heartswood. I was like, on it, and left.
Bet.
Say less. But we should say more.
They kept talking, but you were already out of the room.
You would have found out the entire history, but you left.
Yeah.
you skip the
much.
chat log.
This is who the big bad is.
Skip. Let's go.
And then you went round in a circle for 3 days.
And this is why you read your quests.
Okay. How did you find out about the world tree?
A book written by a certain crazy old wizard.
That does not help me at all.
A
Or the
certain.
Sprinkle Toes?
I have met several Sprinkle Toes.
With the third.
The one with the towers and all the weed?
And exploding
Wolf-
up.
Wilford?
That brings it down. Wilford? Which Wilford?
Not Wilfred.
No,
Yeah, Wilford.
Yeah.
Which Wilford? Junior or senior?
He was very old.
Senior?
So I don't know.
Senior's been dead for 1,000 years.
Saying Junior.
I mean, that still doesn't.
Has he really been
Well,
dead?
wouldn't Junior then become Senior at that point?
Not necessarily. That's just a weird whole thing. Okay, so
Did
Did I
both
guess Junior?
and Senior hop dimensions?
they could have been the same person, I suppose.
Could be.
But, did this come up in conversation at one point? That Wilford is actually like just keeps taking on different
Wilford's his
people's
own
identities or
granddad.
something.
God damn, he's like a Time Lord. He keeps regenerating. You don't know whether they're doing a past, present, or future version.
But he
of
only transforms back into himself.
Didn't we uncover the reason why you keep trying to sell Felix at one point?
What?
There's, I forgot. I think there was.
Oh yeah, he sold Felix for power from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Realm to your character from the charity.
Yep.
But apparently, it wasn't the first time that he had done that
I
with
know,
one of
he's
his
gonna try
You
to
can
grandkids.
always get more power.
And more grandkids.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bet that was like his whole thing is that like he has his own grandkids that he uses to sell them for power on purpose, and he's actually
That
multiple
was the
people
entire
or some
thing.
shit.
Did you miss that?
I don't know about multiple.
No,
people.
I don't
Wilford's just
remember.
Not a good
That
person.
day, man, I was.
No,
was
Wilford is
fired.
not a good person in the slightest. Okay, so
Do we have?
So
have
you
the
talked
book,
about
right?
did you talk
Part
to
of it.
anyone about it?
Does Brody have the book?
No.
Brody's got the
Brody
book.
does have the book.
Brody's got the book, but didn't he go insane when he tried to read it?
I
We went
have.
on a
God.
camping trip. And
We
stuff,
have several pages
discount
from the
store.
book currently.
I thought we had the
We
book.
had the
back.
We had the
We-
book. We
We had
got
the
several
book,
pages
and we've
back.
recovered some pages.
Yeah.
There's still
Did
some
we?
pa-
Did we
there's
finally
still
get the
outstanding
entire book
pages.
back?
There's some
Yeah, we're still
pages
missing
left
pages.
that we don't.
That's what I'm saying. We have pages. We do not have the entire book right now.
We have the book
Brody-
and some missing pages, but there are still some missing pages we haven't recovered.
Okay, I didn't even think we'd gotten the majority of the book yet back.
I think we've retrieved the book again, and we've also found some of the lost pages that we've gotten. Can you read anything in this book? And I'll point at the book Brody's holding.
She takes it. It's mostly gibberish. Am I able to read it? Yes, but it's mostly gibberish.
Drove the last person insane.
There's an entire chapter on just weed.
Only the one. Wow, we're straight.
Well, there's one
chapter's
just on weed. I'm sure there's others
This
that
chapter's about
involve
fashion
weed.
trends in Sigil. Weird.
You can break it down into other.
There's some rituals in here. Soul transfer.
That's what it was. I swear to God, he was like passing his soul down, but like to two newer generations of.
Using that oven that exploded?
I don't remember what the oven was for.
No, the oven was for containing an elemental.
Yes, an arcane elemental of immense power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used it to make my cakes.
And then he got out and swore revenge.
Yes. And then he died, so.
Maybe.
Problem solved.
There's several spells in here. Definitely not for novices by any means. Is there a particular thing you're looking for in here?
There is a section in there on the world tree. I found it before. It mentions Nidhogg
Yeah.
and
And then there was also a section about the 15.
Honestly, Brody
Yeah.
would probably be the one to know the most information about it.
Well, what I can at least read for you on this is that there is a passage, apparently, in Old Mora that would go to a section of the world tree.
Oh.
Is it through a magical shop?
No?
that's
the
oddly
Bob
specific.
mean
Yes,
anything?
why do you ask?
No reason.
Is one of your sisters Bob?
Is one of the siblings Bob? Is that
Bob's
greed?
this, is that envy?
Great, that would make a lot
Greed
of
would make
sense.
idea.
I feel like Bob.
I don't know. There are a lot of Bobs.
Bob's Discount Magic.
I feel like Bob is.
Bob Discount Magic Item Shop or Bob's Discount or Bob's Magic Item Discount Shop?
It's the same person, just with the mustache.
First
The second one.
Either way, I don't know a Bob.
It's the discount item discount shop.
It's the discount item. It's Bob's discount magic item shop.
No, it's Bob's magic item
Are we
discount
all
shop.
insane at this point?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm saying it.
'Cause it's
I don't
the
think
shop
this
that's
matters,
discount,
guys.
not the
I
items.
think there are more
I don't know.
important things.
But Bob's pretty diligent. Like,
Bob is everywhere.
she's everywhere.
I have to deal with a bunch of insane people.
Okay,
So
the tea is ready.
I feel like at
You can
this
season
point
up to everyone.
we have two different paths that are not as related as I once thought they were.
Did we ever do anything with the tarot reading?
Yes.
Did that ever
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
turn into anything?
I think that was at the last town.
I don't
Because
know.
mine actually hit really well.
I think everyone's did.
Yeah.
I don't think I wrote down the.
There's
tarot
only
cards.
3 people's.
Is it
It
nice
was-
tea?
Because it seems like
The
Is it
fool,
nice tea?
the reverse
Yeah.
hangman, and the high priestess was Oren's. Yours was the tower, reverse temperance, and reverse hermit. Mine was the lovers, reverse moon, reverse judgment. And I think that was right before I got taken over by the avatar.
yeah.
There's your reverse judgment.
So originally I thought that the world tree had something to do with this apocalypse thing, but it's now seeming like maybe those two things aren't quite as related as I thought.
Well,
You will find reference to a world tree in almost all religions, all kinds of texts.
I say
Unfortunately, it's very vague.
I say we go back to the Talar, see what they want with Heartswood, and get the information before we reveal we have any.
I think that's a smart idea. While we're there, we can try and find someone who follows Tiamat, who might be willing to talk to us. That might be your job.
Unsavory types to hunt for unsavory types seems wise.
They're just gonna run from me.
Yeah, I won't be much help.
So I think those are our options here. Do we go back to Talar, or do we try and find a way to Old Mora?
Oh,
It sounds like taking the Heartswood to Old Mora is a bad idea.
well, that's why I want to see.
Yeah,
what they want
maybe
with
we
the
should get rid
Heartswood.
of the Heartswood first, or
I
potentially.
wouldn't say it's a
can
bad
get-
idea. You just have to be
As long as we have a
careful.
bag of holding, I think, because it's a dimensional space in the bag. So I think if we put it in the bag and then go to Old Mora, we'd be good. But I don't think we have a bag of holding yet.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I have a lot of gold. We can
Doesn't
probably get a
Brody?
bag of holding. Does Brody have a bag of holding?
Yeah, actually.
I
Yeah,
could have
yeah,
swore
see,
he
Brody
did.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I do not remember.
I think he did.
I thought one of us did.
How much is a bag of holding?
Can't be
I
that
know.
much.
Probably like
It's a
5
pretty-
grand. I've
I'd
got
say
2 grand.
You all talking about this. I'll tell you what. I do have a spare bag of holding, ish.
Oh, heckin' yeah.
I will give it to you as, we'll say, payment for freeing me.
That works for me, sure.
She stands up. You hear some popping coming from her. I'm still very old. Goes into her cabin area and comes back out with a box, opens it, and then hands you a very bright pink bag. It looks like a messenger bag.
It's adorable.
There's even it looks like a granny bag. Like it's just like
Even is it
flowery.
knitted?
It is knitted.
Incredible.
Crochet bag.
A crocheted pink bag of holding.
I love it.
It's
It's got
perfection.
drawstrings.
Something with it as well, because I knitted it. It is close to indestructible. I wouldn't use it as armor.
I wasn't planning on that.
Good to know.
Um,
You don't eat anything that we put in here, do you? It'd be really bad.
depends on what you put in there.
Heartswood?
Oh, I'm not going to eat that. Don't
Okay.
you worry. That's a bad idea to
I
eat.
figured. Okay, so we can stick it in the extra dimensional space when we go to Old Mora.
But if I make
Like,
a pie
apparently,
and put it
I
in there,
have
you'll eat it?
Wilford's journal.
If it's there and
Okay.
I happen
I think we
to
did that just because
open my
Yeah.
oven and it's there, maybe.
Probably a good place to keep the journal too, actually.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So go to Talar then, get some more information, and figure out a way to Old Mora. I can't remember the map of where we are. in relation
I need to still.
Talar and Old Mora.
Luckily, I have it in mind. I just had to.
I could have sworn
Get
we
it
were
out.
like right now we're up in
Yeah,
the
would we-
farthest northwest.
You teleported down. You're actually
Yeah,
like
we
We're in, like,
far
the
up
tropics
north, and
now.
We teleported to the islands.
yeah, which is only like a day travel from Talar by boat.
Okay, so we can get back to Talar in a day.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Talar and Old Mora are on the same continent, so we could just go to Talar and then go to Old Mora after.
Correct. That would be the path you would have to take.
All right. Well, I think we'll do that then. Is everything still on fire?
You've been in the Iron Chef room this entire time.
I'm gonna just walk over to the doorway and peek out.
Okay, you walk through the doorway, then you walk through the cabin, then you look outside. It's still smoky, but you can't really tell if things are on fire.
Does
But-
anyone need medical assistance?
All you hear is the chirping of birds.
We're pretty far away from the town.
Oh, okay.
But as far as you can tell, like looking at everything, it doesn't look like it's roiling black
Okay.
smoke. It's definitely died down.
Okay.
Graying out.
I just realized I have something called. I've been wearing these boots of Mjolnir for who knows how long now that I totally forgot about. Only I can lift them is what the item text says.
It's true. I remember it.
Only you are.
I got some pretty kick-ass
Wear those kick-ass
gear,
boots.
honestly.
Apparently, my
actually-
mole has cat's grace. So when I fall, I land on my feet, and I have advantage on jumping and tumbling. I don't know when I got that. But
I think I bought these so that I can't
You
be
put
carried
it on
off.
on the slot machine. That's right.
I have once per day. I can cause complete natural darkness in 500 feet radius for 10 minutes, and once per week I can cause the weather to shift to extreme for 1 day in a 3-mile radius.
Yeah, I installed that smoke bomb. It basically does the same thing.
Insane stuff.
Years
The smoke bomb that
causes a mini apocalypse by blinding everything but you.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of a selfish question.
That's funny.
This jacket we pulled off of Conrad, it kind of changed my angelic guardians a little bit.
She actually looks at you.
So it gave it a
Oh,
little
you're fucked.
fiendish nature.
Oh no, it's not. It's not fiendish.
Oh,
It's not. It's not fiendish. It's angelic. Nor is it demonic. It's all angelic.
Okay, but I'm fucked.
Wait, Vainglory?
Oh, absolutely.
Huh?
Oh, I got it.
Absolutely. That's.
I got that reference.
I've seen that cloak before. That's. Oh, which one is it? Which one is it?
Mantle of
They
Righteousness.
patched over it, so I don't know.
It is the mantle of righteousness. Crap. Which one was it? Was it?
I can
It
cast
was the
fire.
mantle of virtuous pestilence.
That sounds good.
Sounds about right for Conrad. Who did you see it on?
Some
Older guy, white hair?
Mantle of zealousness,
That's what it is.
flame and holy damage.
It would have been several thousand years ago.
some guy, he had a face.
Didn't Conrad say that he found that on the body of someone that I was buried with? when
Oh
we
yeah, it
found
does
him?
have connection.
Yeah,
with you
but
as well.
she hasn't seen everyone who's worn it.
Yeah.
Because apparently the previous owner of this knew that guy. So
To give you,
We might have killed each other.
the previous. Oh.
to
yeah,
give
okay.
you, I'll give you a little bit of history on that. That is connected to a specific individual. Can't really give too much information on the individual, but it is a dual possessed item.
Oh. So I possess it, possess me, or is it possessed by multiple people?
It's not people. It's possessed by two entities.
Oh.
Demons?
Is it
Not
the
demons.
angels on
Devils?
the shoulder?
No,
Is it the good and bad?
no.
Oh, that'd be funny.
One, as far as we can tell, one is of grace, one is of fury.
Okay.
Not good and evil, just there.
Okay. So just like
But like,
emotion.
but fury is an infection.
As is grace if not used correctly.
Not necessarily. This for yours, it's grace. Is grace.
Okay.
You're gonna have an interesting time.
I don't think I can take it off.
Oh no, you can take it off, but you can never abandon it. You are soul bound to it.
Yeah, that's the feeling I got.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's on me. I should have had it inspected beforehand.
It is an incredibly magical item. It's beyond an artifact, really.
Okay. Do I need to do any more digging on this later? We'll find out.
You maybe. Who knows how many people it's been equipped to?
Alright. I think we need to start putting some boots towards Talar.
I'll give you one more piece of information, one final piece of information. Because of that cloak, there are 3 others that are similar to it.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to tell you, though.
Same power set? Same concept?
Concept, but not the same powers.
And there are 4.
Correct.
4 others. So a total of 5.
4 total.
Oh, 4 total. Not
Wasn't
bad.
that part of the riddle? There are 7 and then there are
Oh, there's 4 plus 1 more?
There are 7. There's always one more. There are 4, and each of the 7 also have an opposite. That's how I have it written down.
So maybe the cloak
So
is
the 14, the Vainglory, maybe the cloaks are 4.
Well-
There are 3 others, so 4 in total?
Well, I mean,
Could be.
the 4 and 1 more, I think, or no, is it 3 and 1 more or 4 and 1 more?
It's 7 and 1 more, plus 1 for each of the 7, and then there are 4.
Yeah,
So we need to get all 4 of the cloaks together.
Yeah.
because
Maybe.
the
To
7
combine them
is the
to-
15 and the 4 is an extra number, separate.
Would be the one.
Well, the 7 plus
Might
an
be
opposite is
something else we
14
can
plus
look
1
into
more
when
is
we're
your
at tomorrow.
15.
Well, maybe you get the 7 virtues, the 7
Yeah, the 7
That's-
and their
yeah.
opposites plus the 1.
7 in their opposites, but if you get all the 4 together, that becomes the additional for the 7 plus 1.
Oh, okay.
7 with each plus 1.
Well, Vainglory is the plus 1.
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing.
Yeah, we already know who the 7 plus 1 is.
Okay, so I will have to look into artifacts, I guess.
How do you feel about wearing 3 more cloaks?
I mean, considering that you can't wear 1, I'm pretty good. How's that cloakability doing, by the way?
Pretty good. I haven't had to activate it in a while.
So,
What was the code
Talar.
word for that again?
Talar.
So it's gonna be dumb. Orin goes up and says, "Thanks, Granny," and hugs her.
Yeah, thank you for your
She gives you
charity.
on back. You're welcome, dearie. Oh, and I do have a gift for all of you. She claps her hands. You all level up.
Yay!
Hey, I was right.
This was the milestone.
Yay!
And I just got to figure out where I want to put it. Probably more wizard.
Is there anything else you children need?
Not off the top of my head.
I think that's. I don't know. There's a lot of information we're trying to recuperate. I think that'll do.
I think
For
we just
now.
need to start moving.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for your charities. And the
Not
stuff that you
easy.
also will be buying back from
I
us
might
later.
change my mind later. Just be careful when you stick your hand in that bag. Anyway, have a good day. And she
Maybe
just,
we should let
shuts you out the
Zagat
door.
do that.
Nope. Letting her do it.
I mean,
Whoops.
worst case, we put you in a different body.
Again,
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
If you lose all your digits.
That is 15 new hit points.
I still only have 2 spells per day, and I only get a third when I hit 11. Welcome to Warlock.
Yep.
But hey, I get another spell.
I'm alive.
I had my first level of Barbarian. I can rage now.
He looks over at Riella out of the corner of his eye and is doing the very shy thing.
Ooh, I can channel divinity twice per rest now.
See, if Zagat were wiser, he would just, like, push you into her and be like, you've got, like, 30 minutes until we get on this boat. But he's not, so he's just like, okay, let's go get on this boat.
Yep, yep.
I need to take a little bit. I have to talk to Riella for a minute, if you all don't mind.
All right, well, we're going to head into town and see if anyone needs assistance and find the people who are captaining the boat.
If we get everybody together, I can do a combo that'll heal everybody pretty good.
Or we could just take a long rest.
And that too, I'm gonna need it.
We're about to be on a boat.
Boot.
But
Not sure I'm all about that.
I'm definitely not.
Alright. This is really all I had prepped for anyway. 3 hours. Close enough.
That was a good fight.
Alright, so you all are gonna.
I love the bread mimics. That's very good.
Yeah.
I was.
Great.
The second you
I
guys
wanted-
mentioned bread, I was like, alright, I gotta find some bread. And then I had the printer and I was like, alright.
Get that bread.
So I printed out a lot of bread.
It's incredible.
So you all are bedding down in some capacity. It doesn't have to be rest, but it could be like helping out the town, making sure that everything's set. Oren's gonna go have a conversation with Riella. Very private conversation. We don't want to interrupt.
Pretty sure part of it is just going to be apologizing for being a dense motherfucker for literally
Ever.
his entire life. and needing divine intervention.
Literal
Just
divine intervention.
Literal divine intervention to get a fucking
Not even
hit.
from your god.
Not even from mine. Just another one is like, oh, you poor dear, here.
All right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and stop. Call it there. Next time, they're going to decide where they need to go. They may or may not go to the Temple of the Temple of the Forgotten Gods. To may or may not go to Old Mora to discover more history.
Mora history.
Take 10 more points.
After the long rest.
Don't do it again, or it'll take more of that.
Dies in between
Well,
sessions.
Well,
I have-
that'd be awful.
I have 4 health before a long rest.
You just walking.
Like I've taken 20 points
Oh boy. Yeah.
just this session because of pun damage.
You just see blood coming out of his nose.
And that's the
And his
punishment
ears.
you deserve.
All right, so
Never mind.
everyone, I'll probably be back tonight. I don't know what we're going to play. But thanks everyone for hanging around.
It was fun.
Until next time, stay safe. If I don't see you later, have a good weekend. And talk to y'all later.
Hopefully not 4 months.
Hopefully not 4 months.
Bye, y'all.
Well, we'll see.